Hey guys, what's up? It's Angelina and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another foundation testing video. If you're new here, I'm currently rating and ranking all of the foundations in my collection because I have so many and I want to kind of get my full thoughts on every single one of them, and then at the end of this we can go ahead and kind of do a wrap up and ranking and decluttering all at the same time. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1K on this channel before 2023, and you guys have been so amazing. You guys have been super supportive, and I'm so happy for every single one of you guys. You just don't even understand. So thank you so much for your support, and let's get into today's video. Okay, today's foundation that we're going to be trying out, or retrying out I should say, is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. This is a good one. The only issue that I had with this is that it's in the wrong shade. I have the shade 420 Bronze, way too dark and way too warm. I purposely placed an order for this product I really wanted to try. This is the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment in the white shade. It's not supposed to change the formulation in any way. It's just supposed to make it a little bit, lighter and able for you to work with it. So it's gonna be my first time using this paired with this, which I loved this when I first tried it. I will say it definitely gives you coverage. It's on the radiant side as it suggests, and it just makes you look so freaking good. But obviously, too dark. I've tried it. I've tried to work with it, pairing it with a lighter concealer and everything. It just didn't look the way that I needed it to, but I'm hoping that this product will, make something out of nothing. So let's get into it. Sephora is having a holiday sale, so if you haven't shopped the sale or any of the sales yet and you want to pick up something, definitely check it out. Unfortunately, I just shopped the Ulta Black Friday sale, so I won't be shopping this one. So the Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation has SPF 30. It retails for $47. It's supposed to be long wearing. It has a radiant finish. It's hydrating and gives you medium coverage. The foundation matcher on here, it says my correct shade would be 350 Maple, which is balanced tone for medium tan skin. Let me go ahead and see the swatches. I do agree that I would be 350. I think 340 Oak would be another good match that I'd probably test out. Honestly, I think 340 looks a little bit more my speed. So my skin has been prepped, which it's very hydrated already. Did my brows and I did my kind of like my eye makeup, my concealer, and my eyelashes off screen, so we can just kind of get into the face. So I will say I do have, some darkness over here, some pigmentation. Definitely a little bit of redness on this side, but overall my skin is definitely looking a lot better than it was looking before. As you guys can see, I can't pump it out, so you have to twist it, and then now it's able to pump. So we're gonna do one pump, and that is the shade 420 Bronze. Definitely more tan, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure this out. Okay, so that definitely lightened it, but I definitely need some more. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is actually working. I don't feel it changing the formulation. That's one reason why I was like a little nervous to pick this up, is because I was a little scared that it would make the formula it would change the formula instead of just changing the color. What do you guys think? Do you think that's good? Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. I don't want to go obviously too light because I don't want to look like a ghost, but also I want to make sure that it's not like too dark. And obviously if this works out, then I literally don't even have to pick up another shade in this. I can just use this out, which would be so much better for me and less wasteful. On this side, we're going to use my brush. Just going to kind of take off the excess I have. Should I zoom you? Yeah, I'll zoom you. Oh my god, that like is such a good match actually, the color that I mixed. I think it did a really, really good job. I'll say it's giving me a satin type of finish right now. So this is foundation, looking really, really good, and then this is no foundation, which that's how you know that the color match is really, really spot on. Like, I'm really impressed that I mixed it so well. Okay, so I will say I definitely noticed that just kind of letting it sit on the back of my hand, that it is drying down. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it kind of like dried down into this like kind of like a soft matte finish, so it's a little bit confusing. As you guys can see, like it definitely is, you know, giving me some coverage on this side, but it's not overly so. Like, it's giving me coverage, but it's definitely like getting soaked up by the sponge. I have a little bit of a spot right here. I have some hyperpigmentation around here that could be covered up better. Do a tiny bit more foundation with a tiny bit more of this. I guess the only issue with mixing pigment is that you probably have to make sure that you mix it correctly every time. You know, that you're mixing like the appropriate amount every time. Like, you see, I just mixed that a little bit too light. So that, I guess, could be an issue. Okay, I love this. I don't think it emphasizes any dryness on my skin, which I definitely have around my nose because I've been blowing it so much. It did a really good job at covering without looking cakey. It covers without looking like you're wearing a ton of makeup. And I don't think it's emphasizing texture. I do have some texture here, but it really like smoothed over that area. I can't, you know, sometimes, like, I'll give you an example with the Lady Gaga foundation. I felt like this area was really emphasized, and like any texture I had on my cheeks, you could just see so much more. This is kind of gliding over the pores and gliding over the texture, so it looks really freaking good. I'm actually very shocked. It's 11:35. It's hard to see with my background. I was very fortunate to receive a PR package from Milk Makeup, which I was very excited about. So I wanted to kind of test some things with you on camera whilst I'm getting ready today. Right now I'm going to go in with the Milk Bionic Bronzer. So this is like a gel consistency, and I really love this bronzer. I've talked about it before, but again, I'm super stoked that Milk reached out and wanted to send me some things. They actually reached out to me via Instagram because I do make reels on Instagram. So if you're new, don't forget to follow me on Instagram in case you know, love makeup content. There's definitely a ton of makeup content on my Instagram, and obviously it's short form. So I know sometimes, you know, we don't always have the time to sit down and watch a long YouTube video, and I don't know, guys. I feel like no matter what, I will always be a YouTube kind of girl. It has been fun to kind of give you guys, you know, more real-time videos and just shorter videos, and I'm able to just do so much more, I think, when it comes to short form content because it is less time consuming. Definitely follow me there. Follow me on TikTok. I don't really think I have gotten into TikTok fully. Like, I'm not really as trendy as the girlies are, but I try my best. I think I'm getting better. This is the lip and cheek from Milk. I have another shade in this that I've tried. It's called Work, and that's a very like rosy everyday pink color, but I'm so happy that they sent over the shade Quickie because this is such an exciting like color, and this is so beautiful. It's giving like grape. Okay, so definitely not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, it wipes off a little bit of your foundation, But when it comes to the milk sticks, I find that I like applying it on the face like this because it just looks the best in my opinion. I guess we're gonna use my sponge again. I was gonna use a brush to blend it, but I think a sponge is a better idea. Do you see how pigmented it looks on the skin initially? But once you kind of start working it into the skin, it's a lot less scary because it's not as pigmented. The same exact color, like in every single blush, the same color in every lipstick I pick up, and usually I'm like, whatever, at least I know I'll use it. But I'm just trying to be like less wasteful and more understanding that I don't need the same color from different brands. You know, I should be able to try different colors and experiment with different blush shades and different lipstick colors because that's the fun part of makeup. I don't have to be picking up the same shade every single time. So this is definitely a shade that's more, I guess, outside of my comfort zone than I normally would go for. I'm just trying to get the foundation off of this before I cap it. Okay, so definitely was able to build it up nicely. I love the way that's looking. That looks so good. I'm actually going to wipe off the top because I don't want to, you know, put this back. But that's the color that it is when you wipe it off. Oh, I guess I should do a swatch, right? Oh, I love it. And it's a lip and cheek stain, and this is definitely 100% a color I would use on my lips. Wow. Definitely looks a lot more pigmented on the lips. This is 100% a fall shade that I would wear every single day. Okay, so I will say this is definitely moisturizing. Like, it's not, I think sometimes when they say like, oh, you can use it on your lips and your cheeks, I'm usually like, I don't know about all that, because sometimes I feel like things are better suited for the cheeks or better suited for the lips, whereas this one I feel like actually looks good on the lips because it's just moisturizing enough. Oh my god, I love that on the lips, and I love it on the face. Again, this is the shade Quickie in case you're interested. But I think if you're my skin tone, you will love this because you literally just got a new lip color with a new blush color. This is the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. I've been trying to go through my powders and kind of switch them out so that way you guys don't see me use the same powder over and over again, like I tend to do. Because let me tell you, I just have some powders that I'm very fond of that I just really like and like think that makes my skin look so freaking good. I'm just focusing on my T-zone right here. I have some in the cap. I'm gonna go in with this big brush, really just, you know, get it on there and just overall set the face. So wanted to keep you guys in the loop. I am doing Vlogmas on my vlog channel, so definitely subscribe. It was something that I didn't really know if I wanted to do or not, but ultimately decided that I would be up for the challenge. I'm using my Kiko. I think this is the only thing I own from Kiko, and I love it so much. I got it when this was all the rage a couple years ago. This is in the shade 208. It's actually an eyeshadow, but a lot of people were using it as a highlighter, and I personally use it as a highlighter. And do you guys see like how much I've used? So back when I was in high school, or maybe college, I don't remember, one of my friends was like, okay, what's like one of the things that you have to do every time you do your makeup that you think makes like the biggest difference? I was like, oh, when you put on an under the brow highlight, it literally changes the game. It just adds so much dimension to the face when you highlight your brow bone. Kimchi Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. I like to use this because usually when I'm using, oh my god, there's hair everywhere. Anytime I'm using something dewier on the face, I go in with this. But again, it's from Kimchi, and I also really love to just go in with a setting spray, because it really melts all the powders together so I don't look, you know, too makeup-y. Official check-in time is 11:51. So I'm really happy so far with the way that my foundation is looking. I think everything blended on top of it nicely. I don't think it's overly radiant, which is insane because I thought it was going to be like super duper dewy, like think like Ilia skin tint kind of dewy, and it's not. It just looks very natural and really good. I will go ahead and do a natural light check-in for you guys to see how this looks in natural lighting, but I'm going to go about the rest of my day and I will check in periodically. Hey guys, so it's currently 3:42. I wanted to do a check-in really quickly. Like, this is honestly the best my skin has looked in so long, and even this blush, even though it's like a dewier blush mixed in with like a dewier foundation, I think everything is looking so good. I am probably doing my last check-in right now because I want to take a shower, but currently 5:26, so we'll call it like 5:30. I believe I put this on around 11:30 today, so 12. Okay, it's about like a 6-hour check-in, so I hope that, you know, we can get a good feel for this. So I will say, as of right now, it's definitely starting to get that more radiant, luminous finish. Yes, it's definitely getting dewy in this area. I will definitely contribute that partially to wearing a dewier blush, because if you notice, like, it's kind of mostly this cheek, and under here is still pretty matte. The center of my forehead is definitely getting luminous. Okay, my bad, my card was full. But as I was saying, I'm definitely getting oily in the T-zone. I will say it's not looking bad and it's not feeling heavy. My thing is, when it comes to, you know, wearing dewier, luminous products, I just want to feel comfortable, and sometimes when things get overly dewy and overly greasy, it just feels gross. This product has literally felt like nothing on my face all day, which is crazy because normally like that drives me insane. That's actually what makes me, you know, want to take my makeup off at the end of the day. But this, I could totally see myself going so much more hours wearing because it's so comfortable, and although I am definitely looking extremely healthy right now, very dewy and luminous, it's not anything that I hate. Now, if this was a regular day in my life, I would definitely go in and blot this or powder or something of that nature, and I feel like once I do that, this will go back to looking just as good and as fresh as it did this morning. So I'm very, very impressed. I just want to say that off the bat. I think Shiseido did such a good job with this foundation because it honestly gave me so much coverage and it didn't emphasize my texture at all. Like, even now that I'm greasy, I still think my skin looks really good. I think something that I would do in the future is probably pair this with a mattifying primer, which when I do these videos, I don't use primer. So I would definitely use a mattifying primer, and I would probably blot my face throughout the day if I needed to. So far, so good. I think it's held up pretty well, hasn't emphasized texture, it has SPF, and it's not breaking up or breaking me out, which is already a good sign. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you're feeling it. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post a couple times a week on those platforms, so definitely check me out there for more content. And you can check out my lifestyle channel for Vlogmas this year or other vlogs if you're into that. Thank you for watching. Definitely let's try to hit 1K before the year's over. But as always, I'm so grateful for your support, and I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.